Hey guys, welcome back to Deathmark. This is TJ Gamer Girl signing on. So last episode we started investigating the abandoned school. I did end up dying once to who we believe is Hanahiko. The guard is having a bad time with half his face being covered with some strange plant. So I also found lipstick, red pen, and girl slippers. Well, technically we found all of these by the last episode. Oh, and we've got 2,000 soul power. So it is definitely a good idea to explore everywhere, which is what the main character wants to do before we open up the trap door. I am worried. What? No, I didn't want to do that. I wanted to. Oh well. There's a fire door. Paint is peeling from the fire door, revealing the rust underneath. We open the side door, all I find is a wall. I'm about to give up and close the door when I notice something stuck to the back of it. Another talisman! 2,500. Hi. And there's no mirror here. Pieces of concrete litter the floor. I think they came from the walls. We climb up the stairs to the second floor. Oh, that didn't sound good. I feel something soft squish under my heel. I quickly pick my foot up and shined it. Snakes?! The hallway is covered with poisonous snakes. Moya lets out something close to a shriek upon seeing them. Snakes! We decide to go back to the landing. Fair enough. Let's try the stairs on the other side of the school. Okay, so the entirety of the second hall is... Hanahiko mentioned red stuff. An idea hits me. I try holding the lipstick up to the mirror. But nothing happens. I run my fingers down the cracks. Boy watches me worriedly, but nothing happens. Well... We technically have... We've searched everywhere we could. We have nothing else. We've literally explored all we can. Manhole is retracted into the door. Squat down by the door. The mark bites into my wrist again. Yeah, we're prepared. Come on! There are snakes on the second floor! We can't do anything else! You are a pain in the ass. Alright, give me a second. I am an idiot. I didn't know you had to over-examine something. Probably should have, but whatever. What's this? Something stuck in the hole for the screw. Seems that wooden thing works as a lock. We'll have to do something about that to open the door. If I use the pen, I might be able to pop up whatever's stuck in the hole. Wow, you've got skills. Is that surprising? Anyway, I need to focus. Suddenly, the resistance vanishes and the pen pokes all the way through. I put my hand on the door and slide it open without any issues. There's a red tube inside. A flare! A flare? What's that for? It's a signal light for emergencies. It's a good idea to always have one in your car. Huh, okay then. But... Moy picked something off the floor. It's a thorn about as long as my pinky finger. That's what was in the hole. This is so not a coincidence. I bet he didn't want anyone to have that, so he put a thorn in the hole. Is he scared of this? We both look at the flare again. Why'd you turn off the light? That wasn't me. I didn't turn it off. It just went off. What was that noise? Hey, mister, what was that noise? Shh, be quiet. It's a struggle not to yell with my nerves on edge. I hit the flashlight again and again. Come on, please. The batteries were just working. I feel like I'm performing CPR on this thing. But finally... Got it! The door behind me warps threateningly. My mark burns in pain. Death is already in the room next door. There's no time and nowhere to run. Calm down. I need to find a way out of this quickly. We're running out of time. a way to survive. We've got to hurry. When it touches the metal, my mark scorches me. I stop moving for just a second. But I have to do this. Yes! I got it! I grab the handle and lift up the trapdoor. As I thought, the dark hole leads down under the floor. Get in! I shove Moe into the hole. Then I slide down into the darkness after them. Ugh! I fall unexpectedly far, hitting my back against something. I grab my teeth to stop myself from yelling. Something shuffling around above my head. If we had stayed there just a few more seconds. I grip my burning wrist with all my might. I must endure the pain for now. I can hear anxious panting. Moe must be right next to me. They're shaking so hard I can see it from the corner of my eye. I brace myself, expecting the trapdoor to break open any second. But the shuffling noise finally grows distant. Is it okay now? Yeah, I think it's gone. Suddenly my wrist wasn't hurting anymore. Thank God, I thought we were done for this time. Anyway, where are we? What in the world is this room? I'm surprised this place exists beneath the school. Can you turn on the light? Yeah. I cautiously press the switch, being careful not to make any noise. The scene captured in the light of the flashlight sent shivers down my spine. What? Moe slaps her hand over her mouth. For a few moments, all we can do is stare in silence. A disturbing scene, more horrible than anything I've seen before, spreads out before us. Anyone would be shocked by it, especially a kid. I take a deep breath and look closer. There's something twisting around the corpses. It looks like some kind of plant vine. Are those roses? The strangely sharp thorns are thin red petal, and the thin red petals, they appear to be real live roses covering the corpses and carpeting the floor. My vision suddenly grows dim. I see a woman's body trapped by the roses. What is this? The tragedy that happened in this room. It's as if it's all playing out in my head. I can see it. Roses? What are they doing here? Did someone plant them? Moe's voice brings me back to reality. Yeah. I can't tell them that I saw some waking dream. I scrambled to remember the conversation. That's right, I saw the rose vines. Then... yeah, that's gotta be it. It's not like they just spring up on their own. But... why would anyone do that? Did someone decorate the corpses for some kind of reason? Or did they die captured by the roses, like I saw in that vision? Ah! Moe screams. What's wrong? Something moved. See? Over there. Back in there. No. Is something hiding in there? The mattress is completely discovered, stained with something that looks like sweat. Someone must have been living here, and for a long time, too. The mattress is oozing dark, dirty water. It smells like sewage. I slide the mattress over and find a plastic sheet underneath it. A vinyl sheet. It's pretty thick. Was it put here to protect from the water damage? On top of the sheet is pitch black. At first glance, it looks like it's covered in mold. but when I spread it open, it crunches as dark red flakes fall from it. This is blood. I can't do anything but whisper, dumbfounded, as I stare at the blood-stained sheet. Something murmurs in my ear, as if in reply. Their blood denies him. Part of me takes the voice seriously. I'm clearly hallucinating, but for some reason it calms me down. Still in a daze, I shine the flashlight under the bed. There it is again! Something's there! Molly's voice had gone very shrill. Then... Hey now, give me a break! I'm no monster, you know. I'm just a regular human being. Oh, hi. How long have you been there? Something slowly climbs out from under the bed. It's a man in a trench coat. A person? What were you doing under there? The man looks bored. He scoffs. Same as you. I ran into that monster and escaped down here. Then you guys came. The man turns his back to us and jerks his chin. Anyway, I was hiding over there. His answer is believable enough, but why is he at this school to begin with? His presence raises a lot of questions. The man tilts his head a bit and peers at me. Then he snorts. It seems he's seen through me. You don't look like you believe me. Guess that's only natural. I haven't told you everything either. I could, but... The man looks around at his feet. We better get out of here first. We shouldn't chat at the crime scene. I think you're right. Molly seems to feel the same way. Let's head back for now. You have somewhere to go back to? Good. Then let's get going. The man puts his hand on the ladder. He pauses and turns to us. The name's Satoru Mashita. I'm an ex-detective. Forgot to mention that. The man named Mashita and disappears up the ladder. We follow him back up to the first floor. But when we emerge, he's not there. Hey, take a look at this. Mashita's calling to us from down the hallway. Was it like this when you guys came through? Moe pipes up, voice suddenly wildly. No, it wasn't. It wasn't like this at all. Something's creeping along the hallway. They're rose vines. Thought so. I didn't see them before either. The mark's color grows more vivid. Early dawn. A few hours left until death closes in. Some people naturally put others on guard, even if there's no particular ill will between them. That's exactly the type of person Mashita is. You got some nice stuff here. The moment he climbs in the car, he makes a grab from my bag. Then he starts inspecting all my stuff. I wasn't planning on keeping a constant eye on him, but he's making it very hard not to. Molly seems like the type to stick her nose in everything, but she's suspiciously silent, as if exhausted. Are you okay, Molly? Huh? Oh, yeah, just zoning out. You know, I'm fine. She doesn't look fine, but my other passenger is more of a concern right now. So, were you at school because you were investigating something? I'm not on the force anymore, just poking around for my own reasons. Something I wanted to check. I don't doubt what he says, but that would mean he entered the school illegally. What were you... Let me ask you one thing first. Mashita interrupts my question and points to my arm. Does that hurt? It didn't take him long to spot the mark on my wrist. Sometimes. It hurts the most whenever I'm in danger. Is that so? Mashita leans back in his seat, satisfied. I was investigating some missing people. Guess he's responding to my question now. And school came up in a number of missing persons cases. Each one had some affiliation with H Elementary before they disappeared. Teachers, workers, people in the PTA, students and their family members. I was looking for them. Then Moe speaks up from the back seat. Were those people... the corpses down there? She doesn't sound as energetic as she usually does. Did something happen after all? Is her mark... Mashta doesn't reply. Maybe he thinks the answer's obvious, or maybe replying to a kid wasn't worth his time. But something bugs me about what he just said. If the school was clearly suspicious, then... Of course I brought it up to my superiors. All I got for it was... He continues before I can ask, making a slashing motion across his neck. You got fired, huh? Disciplinary discharge. Something about sexually harassing a subordinate. That principal's gonna have some kind of political pull. I probably dug out something he didn't want to get out. That wasn't my plan. Never meant to uncover anything dirty. True, the school did have that suspicious room. It's not that strange to think it would come up in some missing persons cases. That would be common sense, at least. Common sense is for the world of the living. A spirit might have something to do with those cases. There's an awkward silence. In that sense, this isn't even a case anymore, is it? Masha sighs deeply. Who'd believe it? Who would believe that there's a monster in that school killing people? It's personal now. Our problem, and we're on our own. He turns his wrist over and shows it to me. On his skin is a familiar mark. You too? Yeah, I sensed it as soon as I saw yours. I had a feeling this'd be a problem. We're in the same boat, you and I. He has a good instincts. We should talk more when we get back. At Kujo Mansion, there's some... I stopped myself from finishing my sentence. I shouldn't mention that for now. In any case, once we get back, we'll give you more details. Yeah, I'm sure that'll help him a bunch. Tomas just scoffs. Up, huh? You're underestimating me. And that was Moe talking, saying that should help him, wasn't it? When I get out of the car, someone's there to greet me. Welcome back, mister. You too, Miss Moe. I'm glad you're unharmed. Did you find any clues about the spirit? What, so there are others? This is everyone. So far, there might be more. What a reliable group you've got. The sarcasm is practically dripping off his words. So, are you all planning on continuing to search for that key or whatever it is? We don't have anything else to go on. There's no other choice. I don't understand you. If the source of the mark is the spirit, it'd be best to destroy the source, don't you think? What do you mean? The spirit exists, so all you have to do is kill it. Are you serious? Of course he's serious. He doesn't exactly look like the joking type. Even if we manage to kill it, will that really make the mark disappear? When I consider everything Mary's told me, it doesn't seem like it worked that way. Even assuming it did, we have a more fundamental problem. And how do you plan to kill it? I'll figure something out. If something exists, there's logically a way to destroy it as well. He claims he can kill the spirit, yet he doesn't even know how he'll do it. Where does all that confidence come from? Don't forget, I faced him once already. If we're seriously thinking of killing him. Mashta grasps his wrist. The little shit shot some kind of thorns at me from a distance. They hit hard enough to stick in concrete. There's no way to get close to him. We have to make that a priority. Mashta pulls something out of the heel of his shoe and tosses it at me. It's a thorn, curved like a vein. The only reason I'm still breathing is because I was lucky. Won't happen again next time. We need a plan. As we head to the entrance, I tell Mashta about Kujo Mansion. He takes it all in silently. Even bringing up the talking doll or Sayakujo's death doesn't trigger a reaction. Is he so unnervingly calm because he's already dealt with the supernatural? We reach the main hall, which is warmly lit. This is a strange mansion, but for some reason I feel like I've come home. Acclimatization is a kind of terrifying. Welcome back, Lord Norrison. That man is a mark bearer too, I see. Would you make the introductions? I update Mary on our investigation in the strange way we met Mashita. The mirror, the underground room full of corpses, the sudden appearance of roses. I really hate to admit it, but it's clear something supernatural is at work here. And the spirit that caused all of it, Hanahiko. There's no doubt that Hanahiko was the one who put the mark on Mashita's arm too. But what kind of chance do we have against a monster that can do that? Mashita says we should kill him. But is that even possible? Hey, Norrison. My train of thought is interrupted. Mashita's holding a leather-bound notebook out toward me. Read this. I picked it up in that underground room. It was caught up in a bunch of those rose vines when I found it. It was pretty hard to get loose. Did you read it? I skimmed through a bit. It's got some interesting stuff. That's what he says, but he's not smiling at all. His eyes simmer with a quiet anger. Dark red marks stain the cover. I have a bad feeling, but I flip through it. Rose petals fall as they become unstuck from the pages. The notes within are very detailed. The author was intelligent and well written. Reading through it dawns on me that this was written by H. Elementary's principal. The austere, meticulous letters on each page tell a ghastly story. Records of a young adopted boy's tutoring sessions. The first note is from 5 years ago. It seems the boy adopted by the principal was small and exceedingly cute. He enjoyed wearing skirts and makeup too. There was no denying that they truly suited a dainty, red-cheeked boy like him. But the principal had a hard time accepting such fancies. Bad habits must be corrected young to promote sound mental health, he thought. So he called it tutoring as a cover for his warped desires. They took place in the underground room. Too many prying eyes anywhere else. There was no safer place than the school at night, once all the teachers had left. The principal stayed behind under the pretense of keeping watch, then tutored. He was a highly respected teacher. He'd even made appearances on TV. There was no reason to be suspicious. The only one who noticed anything strange was the boys' homeroom teacher. But she feared the principal's power and firmly kept her mouth shut. As the notes continue, they're more and more deranged. They paint a horrible picture. It is of a totally distorted parent and child. My child gets weaker after every session. His delicate frame has grown thinner and his red cheeks are now darkened. His appearance is described in detail, but there's no malice or hatred. There's just fanatical sincerity, his pride as an educator, and a terrifying, smothering love. It continues like that to the very last page. There's no mention of what became of the principal and the boy, but going by the current state of H. Elementary, I can hazard a guess. You don't look so well, mister. What was in that notebook? Tsukasa peers up at me. He and the boy in the notebook are about the same age. This isn't stuff you share with a kid. I better just sum up the main points for him. That's terrible. We children are always the victims of the ego of adults. Stupid grown-ups are irredeemable. Why he'd say that makes sense. The revolting evil of the adults, and the poor boy who became a victim. Was that really the end? If Hanahiko and the boy in the notebook are connected, then the boy turned into a monster. Is that even possible? Untimely deaths produce hatred. Death does not bring it to an end. Such festering sentiments can give birth to the supernatural. Monsters, ghosts, vengeful spirits, they have many names. I believe that you have all heard one or two such stories. Hanahiko is similar. Marie's words are hard to swallow. But after all those weird events, it only makes sense to accept them. If I turn my back to the truth, all that will await me is death. Then Hanahiko really is a monster. We must form a plan based on that hypothesis. Mary is silent a moment. Then her jade eyes shift to Mashita. Incidentally, according to Lord Norrison's report, there are those among you who are considering killing the spirit. I shall warn you just in case, but that will be very difficult to do so. Why's that? I could see Mashita narrow his eyes, but I made sure to speak up first. They are from the world of the dead. Just as the living cannot become more alive, the dead cannot be killed. The only thing you could possibly destroy is the cursed sentiment. So, what does that mean? It is as I told you before. Death and life existing together. If that is the origin of the mark, then a way to erase it will be there. By driving away the spirit, the curse will also be eliminated. So defeating Hanahiko is how we'll be able to destroy the mark. Setting aside how he can't be killed. What exactly is the key then? It is nothing more than a concept, so I am unsure, but I am certain of one thing. Fate ties the spirit to its place of birth. An object there may be able to fulfill the role of the key. It is a difficult concept to grasp, but that is just how spirits are. Determining the nature of the key, that will decide your fate. I had a feeling. We'll just have to keep digging around H Elementary. We don't know what the cursed sentiments or the key to destroying the grudge are. Gaining the key and lifting the grudge is the only way to survive. You will be required to be callous to make use of the spirit's fear. The way to repel the spirit lies within its grudge. Remember this and be careful. Secret of the Underground Room. Alright, I'm ending the episode here. The next episode we'll head back to H Elementary, and hopefully I'll be able to... I'll try and head back to the underground room to see if I missed anything, which is very likely. And hopefully the snakes will be gone. Because I want to see if there's anything on the second floor. So, till then, this is the Gamer Girl, signing off. Bye-bye.